I intend to enjoy the time I have left, and I suggest that you do the same.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at actors who are no longer with us, for whose last film role ended on memorable lines. This will include story spoilers, as part of the impact is in actually seeing these actors, we're only focusing on live action.
It's time for your next adventure.
Oliver Reed, Gladiator.
Those giraffes you sold me, they weren't made. They just walk around eating and not mating. You sold me queer giraffes. I want my money back.
With his gruff tastes and distinguished manner, Oliver Reed made every line count.
Like a storm. As if you were the thunder god himself.
You were a gladiator.
Yes, I was.
He ended his career in top form with disillusioned gladiator trainer Antonius Proximo, but would never know. Reed died of a heart attack before he could rap on Gladiator in 1999. Luckily, after a dialogue for the middle of the film, the camera continued running as he workshopped the line, "We mortals are but shadows and dust." Through some clever doubling and digital effects, Proximo's last words before being killed by Roman guards was a callback. This existential one-liner perfectly resolved the character's arc and eerily alludes to Reed's own passing. More poignantly, it assures us of his immortality through film.
It seems you have won your freedom.
Proximo, are you in danger of becoming a good man?
Paul Newman, Road to Perdition.
Hello. I want to welcome all of you to my home. It's good to have so many friends in this house again. Since Mary died, it's just been me and my boy rattling around in these rooms.
Paul Newman could bring sympathetic gravitas even to an aging crime boss. John Rooney reaches his end in Road to Perdition when he refuses to give up the treacherous son who murdered his protege's family.
How is Michael? Is he okay?
I've spoken to him. He understands.
That's tough.
Knowing what this means, Rooney tells his surrogate son and killer,
I'm glad it's you.
this surely struck a chord with equally revered actor Tom Hanks, who admitted to being intimidated by working with Newman. The icon did continue to do voice work and won an Emmy for the HBO miniseries Empire Falls before his death in 2008. Newman's Oscar-nominated bout in Road to Perdition still stands out as one last display of the complexity he could deliver with the briefest lines.
Michael, open your eyes. This is the life we chose, the life we lead. And there is only one guarantee. None of us will see heaven.
Audrey Hepburn, Always.
Hello, Pete.
Hello.
Hap.
Screen icon Audrey Hepburn was mostly retired when Steven Spielberg called about Always. She was given the small but essential role of Hap, the celestial guide for Pete Sandich, after he dies in World War II.
I don't want you to think that I'm doubting your good faith or anything like that. I just want to get something clear. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm dead?
That's right.
Hepburn's ethereal performance culminates in a monologue on the afterlife's purpose in passing souls' thoughts to the living world. She closes with,
I told you, Pete. Your life's over, and anything you do for yourself is a waste of spirit, remember?
Hepburn passed away 3 years later, leaving behind a towering legacy in film. Her final speech in Always not only tells audiences to find peace in mortality, but hints at the lasting impact of her own legacy.
You're such a good man, Pete. We don't send back the other kind. But you still have to learn that to gain your freedom, you have to give it. So go find out.
Walter Huston, The Furies.
Started from scratch to build yourself an empire. Hey, how do you like me? Well, no matter.
The Huston film dynasty goes back to a stage and screen legend in his own time. Walter Huston certainly stole the show in the western The Furies as the unscrupulous rancher T.C. Jeffords.
The beans is on, the coffee's boiled, and for them that don't like beans, 150 various other victuals, so dig to it.
There's meant to be poetic irony when he is ultimately betrayed by his daughter and shot by the woman of a man that he murdered. But with Huston's sudden death before the film's release, there's deeper meaning to the line.
"'Cause there'll never be another like me."
This compromising expression from a dying villain is also a triumphant final declaration by his esteemed actor. For all the success and renown of his descendants, there will indeed never be another Walter Huston.
Well, I'm a rotten liar, Emily. A lie sticks out of me like a billy goat's whiskers. I've got no deal.
Harry Dean Stanton, Lucky. Indie icon Harry Dean Stanton's final project got its mainstream release exactly 2 weeks after his passing at age 91. He didn't say much as the title character in Lucky, an atheist curmudgeon constantly hounded by his neighbours, until he lectures them about everything being lost in life and death.
I know the truth, and the truth matters.
It's a thing, right?
Yes, truth is a thing. It's the truth of who we are and what we do, and you have to face that and accept it.
When asked about what people should do with that bleak notion, Lucky simply says,
You smile.
He spends the last few minutes of the film silently wandering into the desert. The silence alone speaks volumes, especially as a homage to the masterpiece Stanton vehicle, Paris, Texas. But Stanton breaking his stoicism for an existential rant and charming grin is the perfect coda to his remarkable life.
It's all going to go away. You, me, the cigarette, everything. Into blackness, the void. And nobody's in charge?
Robin Williams, Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. The shocking death of beloved comedian Robin Williams broke hearts around the world. So too did the fact that his last role would be a talking dog in the disastrous Absolutely Anything.
Dennis, be able to talk.
Biscuits.
What? Biscuits?
At least he gave his all once again as Theodore Roosevelt in the third installment in the Night at the Museum series. As he takes one last pose before permanently returning to his statue form, Teddy warmly tells Larry Daly,
Smile, my boy. It's sunrise.
Williams' last moments in live action came just 3 months after his passing, and epitomised his gift for extracting joy from tragedy. The world would manage to laugh again, but will never forget its great leaders or funnymen.
Farewell, Lawrence.
Bully! Go!
Gotcha!
Val Kilmer, Top Gun Maverick.
Don't ask me to send someone else to die, please. Don't ask me to send him. Send me.
Throat cancer seriously impeded Val Kilmer's voice during the last decade of his life. Still, he makes the most of his brief appearance in the sequel to Top Gun. The once loudmouthed Tom Iceman Kazansky had himself been muted by cancer, but is able to cough up reassurance for his old rival Maverick.
The Navy needs Maverick. The kid needs Maverick. That's why I fought for you.
He also gets in
One last thing. Who's the better pilot? You or me?
This wasn't just a callback, but a playback. Kilmer's voice was so far gone that AI was used to generate his speech from old recordings. The effect is seamless, and beautifully sends a great actor off with a retrospective of the voice that we lost 3 years before him. Even when lip-syncing, Kilmer was cool to the end.
That's why you're still here.
Tony Todd, Final Destination Bloodlines.
William John Bloodworth, but my friends call me JB. I've been waiting for you, Stephanie.
William Bloodworth accrues quite a bit of wisdom on the nature of death over the course of the Final Destination series.
What you have to realize is that we're all just
mouse that a cat has by the tail.
The sixth installment would be the last appearance for horror icon Tony Todd, who was facing his own mortality alongside his character with cancer.
Iris said that you'd found somebody who stopped death and survived.
Yes.
And how do we do that?
There are only two ways. By killing or by dying.
He was thus allowed to improvise Bloodworth's final words as he sends the heroes off to break their curse. This unusually sentimental moment for a franchise that sensationalizes death summed up the stakes with poignant philosophy. Todd passed away 6 months before the release of this perfect closer to his career and life.
Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when. Good luck.
Alan Rickman, Eye in the Sky. The eerie charisma of Alan Rickman is on full display in Eye in the Sky, released in theatres 4 months after his death from cancer. He played Lieutenant General Frank Benson with callous resolve as the British and Americans plot a drone strike to prevent a terrorist attack.
Well, using the Reaper, we have the ability to strike a target with considerable accuracy. If you agree, Minister, we could eliminate her.
When the deed is done, with civilian casualty, Benson responds to criticism of his remote action by recounting the aftermath of 5 bombings.
What you witnessed today with your coffee and biscuits is terrible. What these men would have done would have been even more terrible.
The monologue ends with,
Never tell a soldier that he does not know the cost of war.
Rickman's amazing voice would be heard again with Absalom in Alice Through the Looking Glass.
You've been gone too long, Alice. And he will be gone before long.
Who will be gone? What has happened?
All will become clear in the fullness of time. For now, hurry.
But Eye in the Sky was the last word on the weight that he brought to every role.
Oh. Thank you, Captain.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe, The Misfits.
You mean you don't have a business to run or a school to teach or a...
Me, I never finished high school.
Well, that's real good news.
Both beauty icons, Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe, were a steamy romantic pairing for the Misfits, but the early neo-western is really a tragedy of disillusionment with brutal, lonely ranch life.
I wouldn't know how to say goodbye to you, Rosin. Surprises me. There's a lot to be done around this place, if we were going to stay a while.
Let's go out in the sunshine. Come on.
It's a solemn ride into the sunset in a car when Monroe's Rosalind asks,
How do you find your way back in the dark?
Gable's Gay responds,
Just head for that big star straight on. The highway's under it. It'll take us right home.
Gable died of a heart attack shortly before the film's release. Monroe then secluded herself with mental illness, dying of an overdose a year and a half later. The Misfits was their mutual final film, held as a masterpiece and a record of 2 icons' power down to the last exchange.
I didn't mean to insult you, Gay.
No insult. I was just wondering who you think you've been talking to since we met.
What are some other career-closing lines that still haunt you? Quote them in the comments below.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I just want to count the blessings